Sagittarius, welcome to your January readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. Now, Sagittarius, I feel that you were very focused overall in January in regaining focus and making a lot of calculations and going over uh, all the possible scenarios of situations you will be wanting to make a decision, or you will understand that you need to make a decision, but I feel that you want to calculate all the pros and cons of situations. You are weighing things. You are going over and over and over the situation until you squeeze all the information that you need to make that decision. Some of you, this decision will be in regards to work. There's a huge group of Sagittarius that are really focused on working hard so they can play harder in January, in wanting to uh, produce. There's an energy of productivity with them, or that it's really focused on something that you have been previously trying to, put together, like different ideas, different concepts, different people, trying to link, trying to understand how to link possible multiple interests and bring them together in the type of work you want to do. Some of you want to pursue careers that are more fair and balanced and give you more room to your own um, give more room to your own communication. There's Sagittarius in January that are really communicative. Your voice, your ideas, your messages are powerful and they are influencing whoever is around you. I feel that others of you may be just embracing new experiences or focused on embracing experiences that you want to try, you want to experiment again, but there's something holding back. I feel that there's something holding back Sagittariuses from fully, surrendering or going after those new opportunities because it's dependent on a decision. And I feel that you have been avoiding that, or you have been, in circles about it. You have been trying to avoid that moment of confrontation, and I feel that for some of you that moment of confrontation has arrived. There's some of you that are unaware currently, or in the beginning of January, you are unaware of some information or unaware of some hidden factors, some important news that will be coming in very fast, swiftly, and it may make you a little bit, alarmed or defensive for some reason. But there's strong focus on messages, on your communication, on things coming your way, which will be like the trigger point, possibly, where you will realize that you cannot delay much longer those decisions you want and you need to make. I feel that there's fast picking up energy. So if you have been feeling that in the later months, there's a stagnant energy, there's a very fast paced energy. I feel that there's important things in the 2 last weeks of the month, and I feel that you are going to make this transition, very important transition, from January to February. February seems important for some reason, and it's showing up as being important through the choices you make right now in January, through the evaluation, the calculation, It's like a very mathematician energy where you are putting like numbers and making, you adding things, taking out things, multiplying things, and trying to see how to manage something. It's very interesting. Um, some of you are just delaying you are, or you have been delaying the process because it's coming, and it's you may still in the beginning of the month feel you can, you know delay it a little bit, but whichever you are aware you have been trying to escape, avoid, not look at seriously, there's something coming in that will awaken you to the fact that it is serious, and it requires your attention, it requires your maturity, your responsibility to take action, to take a stand, to make a decision and put it on motion. It seems very it seems a decision that it's very focused on some, you know, rational thinking. So something that may be concerning legalities or contracts, but also it could be about a decision that you need to make that's really, straight. Like, emotions aside, you want to make a straight decision, focused on the truth, focus on what you feel is right. But you may have some doubts. You may not know what's right. And maybe that's what's, keeping you from making a decision, or maybe that's what's making you avoid looking at it, is that there's something about it that you're unaware or unsure about. What's the right thing to do? What's the fair thing to do? What's ethical versus what's not ethical? What's moral? There's a sense of morality and behavioral conduct upon this that's very like focused. But I feel that Saggies, you are growing a lot from the efforts you display. So for those Sagittarius, specifically this is about work. The more again you implement a strategy, or a way of doing things that feels more fair, more balanced, more in harmony with the multiple um, situations that you have going on in your life, the more results you will see. And I feel that there's again doors being opened up for you in February. There's new things coming in ahead of you, but there's something about this month that influences the way those doors will be opened. So make sure you are treating situations with more maturity and integrity, because sometimes this Seven of Swords, it's a little bit, deceitful, not the best in terms of maturity and taking things seriously. Usually it's a little bit of a runner energy. It avoids confrontation. It avoids tough um, decisions, tough emotions, relationships that require some maturity, issues that require maturity overall. It's not its comfort zone. And so with two sevens as well here, there's an energy of you needing to be smart about what you are doing. And I think that the majority of you already know this, and you are in this process of, analysis, going over things, details, reviewing, redoing things, at least in your mind. But some of you, it's actually on paper, like doing a lot of plans or lists of pros and cons and things that I feel that there's some of you that are going through situations that call a lot to your judgment. And it's like a test of judgment, and you don't want to fail. There's a pressure in you, I feel, to not fail, to not do something wrong to you and to others. But how to be fair? Usually when we want to be fair with ourselves, there's a sense of being unfair with someone and vice versa. So there's something about you really needing to measure consequences as well, or you are focused on measuring consequences, but there's others of you that are really avoiding that, and you will be confronted with the urgency of the matter. Others of you may be um, redoing a lot of things, redoing some old, projects, ideas that you may be, again, trying to blend in and see how you can fit them and work with them currently. Um, some of you are redoing the way you think about certain things, redoing uh, conduct, redoing your behavior. I feel that some of you are really focused on changing your behavior. You may be afraid of it, but you are focused on changing your behavior for the better. Building healthy boundaries. Um, some of you want to have this type of formality implemented on something you are doing. It could be, again, contracts, legalities, or you may want some more seriousness, more maturity, more it's like a professional energy in everything you are doing. You may be doing that as well to your personal relationships. You may be having a more, formal approach, business approach, like, are we going to do this or not? Are you going to commit or not? Being very, some of you are being very black and white this month for some reason. Others of you are fully clumsy and distracted. So pay attention again to that. This is the most distractful cards. It's like the ones that have that propensity to really like make us lose things, make us forget items all over the places we go, make us forget to say things, uh, to bear messages to others, to take notes. This is why it's so important for you to calculate things, to write down things, because there's a propensity to distractions, a lot of distractions. Sometimes, especially the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups together, there's a lot of distractions. You are being easily stimulated by, temporary things that are keeping you from the real goal. This is why justice is the challenge, is that there's something that you should be aiming with this very straightforward energy, and you are in la la land. Some of you, or others of you, are just in circles about it because you don't know what to do. So it's kind of like, I don't want to deal with it right now. I'm waiting to see, or I'm waiting to gain clarity. Well, I feel that your clarity comes this month from actually taking steps to gain it. It's not just going to fall. At least I feel it isn't for you right now, because there's growth through maturity. Lots of Sagittariuses overall are learning to be more wise, mature, grown-ups in things that they previously felt they were like, you know, things they didn't want to be bothered with, things that they don't feel are as important. And I feel you are hearing a growth. There's growth in realizing that there's many things about the practical side of life that are necessary, or it's like the foundation, the base to allow anything else, your adventures, your big visions, your big horizons and explorations to be possible. So it's like going back to earth, redoing that foundation, making sure you are doing your best. It's like, of course, it's not, nobody's perfect. Nobody will always be able to do, the right thing. We make mistakes, we all do. But there's an energy of you finally coming forward and taking responsibility from some mistakes that were yours, acknowledging that to yourself, it's important. Taking responsibility to your side of the matters, because then you keep projecting the blame to others. Oh, this relationship didn't work because this person did this or that, or this job sucks, or uh, like projecting the blame and the guilt to the outside, and not fully integrating your role in it without judgment. It's not something to make you feel, guilty. No, it's to make you wiser, so you don't keep repeating the same mistakes, or you don't keep repeating patterns. This is kind of the energy I feel. I feel that the majority, this is about business, work, a path that it seems more to deal with you, and things you want to expand, things you want to explore, opportunities. But it could be as well dealing with relationships. Where are you acknowledging your role, or where are you avoiding certain discussions, certain truths that need to come forward in order to establish that relationship in a balanced, fair way? Some of you are avoiding making either. I feel that some Sagittarius are either avoiding taking a decision to commit to someone, or you are avoiding having the decision or making the decision of leaving someone because, again, you don't want the blame, you don't want the responsibility, or you feel pressured in that sense of taking responsibility for something that may be a mistake, or something that you will take the blame for. This is why I feel some of you are really making lists of pros and cons, is to really understand, for example, the value of you leaving a situation that is not working versus the perks of staying there. And it's very easy, actually. If you call to your judgment, you will know what's right. You will know what's fair for you, your happiness. You have a responsibility towards your happiness. So if what is really going to fulfill you is to be free from a situation that is not bringing growth and evolution, and you are just settled in it because of what's expected from you, then yes, you will be called to your conscience. You will be called to take responsibility for that, because you're not using your own wisdom there. And the same goes to the opposite scenarios. You see, it's just like a focus on doing what's right and uncovering what is that sense of righteousness within you, leading you, taking you, guiding you in life, or pulling you away from experiences as well. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you who have been liking, sharing, subscribing, donating to my channel. I want to thank you all so much, and please keep doing so, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.